We don't realize it, but we are being robbed as time passes. Do you see how over time you can no longer buy so much with just a couple of dollars from the grocery? That's because the inflation rate is getting higher and higher, and we are on the brink of financial collapse. In today's video, we'll be exploring 5 assets that are better than cash. These assets will hopefully prepare you for the hyperinflation or financial issues that are about to come. Welcome to Socialuxe. Our goal is to provide you with a dose of luxury, travel, houses, cars, and stories of successful people so you can be inspired to live an abundant, beautiful, and successful life. We upload videos weekly. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and feel free to comment any questions you may have down below. Enjoy! Number 1. Real estate. The cost of real estate is currently skyrocketing. Why? People search for assets, which are seen as strong stores of value, because they are aware of the effects that printing money out of thin air has on the economy. The best store of value that we have so far is real estate, by far. Most people are unaware of the fact that adding a bathroom to your property doesn't actually increase its worth. The currency's declining buying power means you need more money to buy the same product. The average home price in the United States doubled in value over the previous 5 years, according to Zillow, the largest real estate marketplace in the country. And the pace of price growth is only accelerating. The average price rose by 18% during the previous 12 months, and according to their research, future increases will be 13%. Given the rise in the cost of raw materials, we anticipate that the price of new residences will be significantly more than it is right now. Saving money to purchase a home is one of the most expensive things you can do right now. Number 2. Stocks. The stock market is at an all-time high. Have you noticed that? I take it then that the government prints money. The money is invested in the economy, individuals spend it on goods and services, and the top 20% of the population ends up with it, just as Jeff Bezos' fortune increased by twofold as a result of the stimulus package. The wealthy and unconcerned with stashing cash under their mattresses because they understand how capital is diluted. In preference, they buy S&P 500 index funds or stocks. The stock market was flooded with all this fresh money, sending prices sky high. Over the past 16 months, the value of every dollar invested in the S&P 500 has doubled. More than 50% of Americans have no investable assets. Nearly 90% of all US stocks are currently owned by the top 10% of Americans in terms of wealth. The wealthy store their money in assets that increase in value over time, which is why they continue to become richer while the poor continue to cling to their money for dear life. Number 3. Land. The land on Earth is the only true scarce resource there is, to put it simply. The actual amount of arable land is known, even if we are to create man-made islands as they did in Dubai or the Maldives. That would extremely be expensive. The price of agricultural land has increased since 2000 and has increased by 7% in the last 12 months, according to the US Department of Agriculture. Our world has changed. The land is currently in high demand. The farm, the factory, and eventually the office where we spend the majority of our time historically is the reason why. People are now aware that they can work from any place for the first time in human history, breaking the link. When you can drive 30 minutes to a deal with all the off-the-grid tech innovations going on in the market, why spend 100 times as much to buy land in the suburbs? You truly have the freedom to live, work, and travel anywhere you like. One of the finest investments for the next 50 years is certainly land. Number 4. Swiss francs or other superior currencies. To our surprise, the US population finds utilizing different currencies to be very uncomfortable. For some reason, despite massive marketing efforts, they are all persuaded that the US dollar is the strongest and most valuable currency. The illusion still exists even though that hasn't been the case for years. In addition to the fact that there are many other stronger currencies available, the US dollar has historically been one of the most diluted, dispersed, and ignored of all the currencies. The US has been keeping a strategic presence in the Middle East while printing and sending containers packed with US dollars there. Every time they needed to import some political force, they simply produced more money and transported it in cargo. Perhaps it's time to consider other currencies when your government is using money to influence other countries. The Swiss franc is one of the best three possibilities because it has been decoupled from all other currencies and is merely backed by physical assets like gold, real estate, raw resources, and more. 3. The British pound, the euro, and the latter. While the US, Asia, and the majority of Europe are battling with double-digit inflation, only the Swiss franc has made it a priority to combat inflation by refraining from creating new money. Switzerland has been able to keep it at or below 1%. When it comes to money, you should never bet against the Swiss. Number 5. Bitcoin. By far the highest performing asset over the last 10 years, Bitcoin is the grandfather of all inflation hedges. The US dollar has lost 99.9% of its value relative to Bitcoin during the past 10 years. This represents the US dollar's purchasing power relative to Bitcoin over the last 5 years. As a true store of value, Bitcoin will coexist with these digital currencies as digital gold. You will easily swap your holdings from the digital currency to Bitcoin in your wallet and cling to it that way if you believe that the government is eroding your riches. Future management of your funds will be done in a far more open and efficient manner thanks to this. Even better, every institution worth $1 billion is aware of this and is waiting patiently for the US to establish a Bitcoin ETF. Since it has been in the works for a while, we anticipate that it will be authorized within the upcoming year. To ensure they have a balanced portfolio, every significant American company will convert a portion of its balance sheet to Bitcoin. Additionally, there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin in circulation. Because of the finite supply and demand laws will be in effect. Tremendous profile hedge funds like ARC Investments value Bitcoin at over $500,000 per coin because of the high demand and limited supply that will drive up prices. And that's all for today's video. Which asset will you begin investing in? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoy everything luxurious, check out our other videos. And if you like them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Until our next video. See you then.